I'm just going to resize my text so it's a little easier to see. You can do that by holding down Control and using the wheel mouse. The next keyword is called attributes, and that basically says that this is an attribute definition that's coming next. We then need a name for our attributes, and we'll call this foot controls. Down to the next line, I'm going to put an open and closing round bracket, and everything that goes inside these two round brackets will be the definition for the custom attribute. Good programming practice says we should tab in each time we have a set of brackets inside of brackets inside of brackets so that it becomes easy to read. The next section of a scripted custom attribute is what's called the parameter block. The parameter block holds all the parameters that you will see in the track view. The parameters need a name as well, and we'll give that it's a short form. And that is a parameter block now. It currently has no parameters inside of it. The next thing that we're going to need for our custom attribute is going to be a rollout. This is a rollout in Max, and it holds UI items that we can grab and spin and type into whatever else. To create a rollout, it's very simple. We type the word rollout. We give it an internal name for Max to read. And I'm just going to call that foot R for foot roll, or foot rollout. And then we need to add an external name for the viewer to see. And the external name is something like this that you can see across the top of this bar here called custom attributes. In this case, we'll call it foot controls. And again, a set of brackets. Everything inside this set of brackets will be the UI that will show up here. Everything that's in this set of brackets will be the parameters that these UI items control. Now we need to connect these two together. The parameter block needs to know which rollout it will be working with. We can tell it by saying rollout and then foot R. I'm going to open the MaxScript listener. And the listener is an area that feeds back information to us about what we're doing. Every time we evaluate a script, it'll tell us whether or not we have any errors. You can say File, Evaluate All, and if you get any red, you've done something wrong. In this case, what it returns back to is attribute def foot controls. So there's our attribute definition called foot controls, and it currently contains this information. What we're going to need is 3 spinners. One for the roll of the foot from the heel through the ball onto the toe. Another is for the toe up and down, and a third is going to be for the attitude of the knee. So let's create all our spinners first. Spinners are created by simply typing the word spinner. The next step, again, just like the rollout, we have to give the spinner an internal name for MaxScript to recognize. You can't have spaces in these names. They have to be one continuous set of text. You can use underscores or dashes, just not spaces. In my case, I simply use ideas like this where I capitalize the next word if I need it. So this is going to be foot roll, and then we need to put an external name for the viewer to see, something that's descriptive. Sounds pretty good to call it foot roll as well. But this time we can actually put